In the world of bodybuilding, there is no stage bigger than the Mr. Olympia competition. In the lead up to the O in 1998, Ronnie Coleman was hoping to utilize the momentum he had built. However, it wasn't going to be easy, as some of the greatest bodybuilders of all time converged on the stage to battle for the prestigious title. This year's Olympia featured legends like Kevin Levrone, Sean Ray, and Nasser El Somebody. These titans had pushed their body to the limit throughout the year and were now showcasing unparalleled muscle mass, symmetry, and conditioning. Flex Wheeler, known for his aesthetic physique and fluid posing, was determined to capture his first Olympia crown. Kevin Levrone, with his incredible muscle bellies and stage presence, was a crowd favourite and a fierce competitor. Sean Ray, the experienced veteran, brought his trademark conditioning and proportions. And Nasser El Somebody, known for his muscle size, was a dark horse in the competition. As the competition unfolded, it became clear that this was one of the most competitive Olympia lineups in history. But in the end, there could only be one winner, and that winner was Ronnie Coleman, who stunned the bodybuilding world with his incredible size, symmetry, and conditioning.
The new Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman.
Even though this was Ronnie's first Olympia win, it would not be his last.
You think this is an individual sport? It's not. This is a team sport. God, Vicky, Chad, my mom, especially you all.
In 1999, the Mr. Olympia stage was set for one of the most intense battles in the history of the sport. The lineup of legendary bodybuilders featured Chris Cormier, Kevin Levrone, Sean Ray, and Nasser El Somebody. These athletes were now at the peak of their careers, each bringing a unique blend of size, shape, and conditioning. The competition also featured fan favourites such as Paul Dillette and Lee Priest, who were impressive in their own right. Wheeler was also bitter about his aforementioned second place finish the year prior. Even though Wheeler and Cormier pushed Ronnie, they simply pushed him to greater heights. Ronnie was determined to defend his title and cement his place as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, and he would do exactly that. As he would achieve a perfect score, as the judges placed him in first in every round. The judges would also unanimously place Flex Wheeler in second and Chris Cormier in third. Ronnie stated that he weighed 255 pounds for this contest, a number I'd like you to remember when I discuss the 2004 Mr. Olympia. This year's Olympia would also be rife with controversy, as Flex would both turn his back on the crowd and remove his second place medal after his hand was raised. Excitement was building in the year 2000, as history was likely to be set on the Olympia stage. Some of the greatest bodybuilders of all time came together for an epic showdown, most of which were returning contenders from the year prior. Of course, with Mr. Olympia competitions, the reigning champion is heavily favoured. Yet these men from the year prior were hungry to win the title themselves. Levrone and Wheeler were once again bested by Ronnie, who would take home his third Olympia title. Levrone and Wheeler would place second and third respectively, with Sean Ray placing fourth. In December of 2000, Ronnie would also feature on Jay Leno's Tonight Show, months after receiving his third Sandow Trophy.
And I thought you'd like to meet him. Please welcome from Dallas, Texas, Ronnie Coleman!
Training.
Well, good luck to you. I know you're going to compete again. You're going to go for 4?
I won for 4. Matter of fact, we're trying to get you to be our next host at the Mr. Olympia.
Well, I could do it.
Matter of fact, I got a contract over there in my...
Oh, yeah.
And my parents, they wanted me to get you to sign.
You know
today.
something? The way you look right now, I'd sign anything.
Oh, okay. But they
Ronnie,
told me
thank you, man.
Put the hurting on you today.
Ronnie Coleman, be right back with the line.
After receiving the 2001 Admiral in the Texas Navy Certificate Award from Texas Governor Rick Perry for outstanding achievements in bodybuilding and for the promotion of physical fitness, Ronnie would continue his positive trend at this year's Mr. Olympia competition. Widely regarded as one of the fiercest Mr. Olympia competitions to date, the 2001 Mr. Olympia competition featured some of the most renowned bodybuilders of that era. The finals were heating up as Jay Cutler was beating Ronnie Coleman by 6 points after the first 2 rounds. Regardless, with notable muscularity, symmetry, and conditioning, Ronnie was able to pull ahead in the dying minutes and claim his 4th consecutive Mr. Olympia title by a margin of only 4 points.
Jay Cutler.
Cutler would of course claim second, with Levrone in third and Ray once again placing fourth. The crowd were not happy with Jay placing second, as could be noted by their boos following the decision.
The second place finisher in the 2001 Olympia, Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler, second place.
2002's Mr. Olympia competition featured intense rivalry between the reigning champion Ronnie Coleman and formidable competitors Kevin Levrone, Chris Cormier, and Dexter Jackson. And each of these athletes brought their own unique strengths to the stage. However, once again, it was Coleman's unparalleled size, conditioning, and dominance that ultimately set him apart. Despite Levrone's impressive physique and strong showing, Coleman managed to defend his title, securing his 5th consecutive Mr. Olympia win. Gunther Schlierkamp also appeared in this year's Mr. Olympia contest after receiving a special invitation to do so by Joe Weider. Similar to the year prior, the crowd would boo the house down when Gunther was announced to be the 5th place finisher.
Gunther Schlierkamp.
Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. Where's your limo? I'll go over there. Oh boy. Glad we're up high. I tell you. Just a rain of boos.
It was clear that he was a fan favourite, due in no small part to his mature muscularity and deep muscular cuts.
God, look at the professionalism of the guy. What a guy, right? The guy's such a professional. Top 5. Standing ovation. Look at the audience. Look at that. Unbelievable. Every person here on their feet for Gunther Schlierkamp. He might as well have won this show tonight. He just did. Yeah. In his mind, he just did. Incredible. The talk of the sport right now. Yeah, oh, for sure. I have not seen love from a crowd like this in years. Listen to him. He should run for office after this.
Gunther would push Ronnie to new heights after this competition, in addition to beating Ronnie in the GNC Show of Strength competition. Gunther would also become the only bodybuilder to have beaten Ronnie during his Olympia reign. The 2003 Mr. Olympia featured fierce competition from top contenders such as Kevin Levrone, Dexter Jackson, and Jay Cutler, who challenged Ronnie's dominance the year prior. Despite facing strong challenges from these competitors, Coleman showcased his exceptional size, symmetry, and conditioning, ultimately securing his 6th consecutive Mr. Olympia title.
And presented to the second place finisher in the 2003 Olympia, Jay Cutler.
Ronnie's victory solidified his status as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, tying him with Dorian Yates for the 3rd most Olympia wins in history, trumped only by Lee Haney and the legendary Arnold Schwarzenegger. However, it was also apparent that a contender was nipping at his heels, as Jay Cutler demonstrated his palpable talent for the sport of bodybuilding. At the 2004 Mr. Olympia competition, Ronnie Coleman aimed to extend his streak of consecutive Olympia wins to match Arnold's efforts and claim his 7th title. Facing strong contenders such as Jay Cutler, Gustavo Bedell, and Dexter Jackson, Coleman also showcased his trademark combination of mass, symmetry, and conditioning. Despite facing one of the toughest lineups in Olympia history thus far, Coleman delivered a phenomenal performance, securing his 7th consecutive Olympia title and further cementing his legacy as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. The 2004 Mr. Olympia also cemented Jay Cutler as a serious threat to Coleman's dominance, with Cutler once again finishing in 2nd place. Cutler's impressive showing foreshadowed his future success as he would go on to become a dominant champion in his own right. And And it's time for some trivia. Does anyone remember the weight I told you from Ronnie's weigh-in at the 1999 Mr. Olympia? Yep, that's right, 255 pounds. Well, in this contest, Ronnie weighed in at 295 pounds. 40 pounds of lean tissue gained since 1999. The 2005 Mr. Olympia competition saw our reigning champion Ronnie Coleman once again facing off against top contenders such as Jay Cutler, Gustavo Bedell, and Gunther Schlierkamp. Jay Cutler, who had narrowly missed the top spot the previous year, was hungrier than ever and could not wait to challenge Ronnie's dominance. And Ronnie Coleman, aiming to tie Lee Haney for the most amount of Olympia wins ever, was looking to secure his 8th consecutive Mr. Olympia title. He once again displayed his trademark combination of size, symmetry, and conditioning. Despite facing stiff competition from Jay Cutler, who had consistently been a runner-up in previous years, Coleman delivered a stellar performance and secured victory once again. As for Jay Cutler, his second place finish highlighted his continued excellence and status as one of the sport's top athletes. Gustavo Bedell and Gunther Schlierkamp also delivered impressive performances, rounding out the top placements in the competition. The 2005 Mr. Olympia competition was a testament to the dedication and hard work of Ronnie Coleman, and solidified his legacy as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time.
The 2005 Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman! The next name you hear will be the winner of the 2006 Mr. Olympia. You can bring the Olympia gold medal, the Sandow statue, and a check for $155,000 to the 2006 Mr. Olympia.
The 2006 Mr. Olympia competition saw reigning champion Ronnie Coleman facing off against top contender Jay Cutler, as well as Dexter Jackson and Victor Martinez. Ronnie Coleman, aiming for an unprecedented 9th consecutive Mr. Olympia title, displayed his trademark combination of size, symmetry, and conditioning. However, Jay Cutler, who had been a consistent runner-up in previous years, delivered a stunning performance and managed to dethrone Ronnie Coleman, securing his first Mr. Olympia title.
2006 Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler!
Jay's victory marked a significant moment in bodybuilding history, ending Ronnie Coleman's reign as the dominant force in the sport. Victor Martinez and Dexter Jackson also delivered impressive performances, rounding out the top placements in the competition in 3rd and 4th place respectively. Again, last year's champion had lost his title, one that he would never regain. And Jay Cutler's victory signaled a new era in the sport. Jay would go on to win another 3 Olympia titles, with his reign being temporarily interrupted by a peeled Dexter Jackson in 2008.
And the title of 2008 Mr. Olympia, you can take it to Dexter Jackson!
The 2007 Mr. Olympia competition saw reigning champion Jay Cutler facing off against top contenders such as Victor Martinez, Dexter Jackson, and of course, the dethroned Ronnie Coleman. Despite facing stiff competition, Jay Cutler delivered a glittering performance and managed to secure his 2nd consecutive Mr. Olympia title, displaying a striking combination of size, symmetry, and conditioning. Victor Martinez, Dexter Jackson, and Ronnie Coleman also delivered impressive performances, placing 2nd, 3rd, and 4th respectively. And to the great shock of the audience, Coleman would announce his retirement on the stage during the award ceremony.
This is the best contest of my life. Regardless of my placing, I'm one of the happiest men in the world. It's all well, all I can say is it doesn't get any better than this. Thank each and every one for coming out. Thank each and every fan out there for supporting bodybuilding and supporting me. I love y'all all. Y'all made me have the best life that a guy could ever have, and I could have never done it without y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
So thank y'all for coming out. Please come out again next year. Because it's just, even though I'm not going to be on stage, I won't be here, and I hope to see all y'all. Be right there with y'all, cheering these guys on. These are some of the greatest guys in the world. It was my pleasure and my honor to be here all these years. I never thought I'd do it. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you.
That's Ronnie Coleman, 8-time Mr. Olympia, one of the greatest of all time, Ronnie Coleman.
Enjoy that video? Well, it was actually a little snippet from a 35-minute documentary video I made on Ronnie. Watch that next.